As always, don't forget to check the video description down below for the best price on tools and parts I use in today's video. Today, got this 2001 Lexus 430. Gonna be showing you how to replace the alternator. Let's check it out. First thing we're gonna do, go ahead and disconnect your negative battery terminal. It's a 10mm. Just go ahead and take them off to the side. Then, you're gonna lift your car. Come on. I lifted right at the side of the car right there. Whenever you work under the car, you're gonna want to use a jack stand. Do not use this spot to set the car onto, because that's not a good place to set the car. But if it was this fall, it'd probably help you out there if you got a jack stand there. Next, we're gonna be looking at our alternator, which is gonna be this guy right here. And basically you got a 14 here, you got a 10 up there where you see that stud. I've already taken mine off. And then there is you can see that socket up there. There's a 14 nut up there. And if we were to look at the alternator, it's gonna be looking like that. So you'd have that's that bottom 14, that's that 10, that's that upper 14 nut, and then looking behind it, your big power wire is going to be setting off to the side there. It's going to be a 12 or a 13. Then you've got a squeeze connector right up above that. So, you also got to loosen your belt tension. Your belt tension is going to be the pulley that is right above that socket. That's also going to be a 14, and that bolt is reverse threaded. I was like, oh yeah, right, we'll loosen it up, and it broke loose, and I was like, oh no, it just broke the bolt off. But it's reverse threaded, so righty loosey, lefty tighty, and you go left on that bolt up there, and it'll loosen the tension on the belt. Then you can just slip the belt off the alternator, and then I just gotta get the rest of the fasteners off. Also, you have a 10. It's gonna be sitting right there. Sorry, my phone's ringing. Hopefully you can hear. Okay, so that was the 10 I was talking about. Just make sure you get that off. And then this was actually pleasantly not that bad. Once I got the nut off the top, and that nut, remember it's a 14, it's gonna be sitting right above there, and then 12. Then this thing just kind of slips off. So I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to get behind those studs and take the studs off, but they're in the engine, and it just slips off. So now it's going to be coming down, and we'll be able to see our wires in the back, and disconnect those wires, and then the alternator will just drop right out of here. Also, I almost forgot to mention, there's two 10s. There's a 10 right there, and there's a 10 on the other side. You can see the top, that little rubber thing, and that little hole over there. They're not hard to get to at all, but it's that line right there. Take those two 10s out and drop the line, and that'll help the alternator clear the lines. And guys, to get these wires off and to put them back on, when I first took it down, I spun it this way. To get to that back one, I just kind of pulled that rubber boot back and then squeeze and pull to get the connector off. And then to get the nut on connector, came back, spun them this way, removed or pulled back that little rubber protector, and then you can get to that nut that's holding that wire on pretty easy. So we'll take those two wires off and drop it down. Okay guys, once you've got your wires down, basically you're gonna lift up, and this guy should just pass everything and drop right down. Yep. And that is it. So installation is reverse removal, and that's gonna complete today's video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.